Choosing between Surfshark VPN and Total VPN was kind of difficult for me since they both technically ticked off what I needed from a VPN. I mean, both are similar budget VPNs that promise solid online privacy and security. But after giving them a try, I realized they actually operate in very different ways. In this VPN comparison, I'll be covering these differences and anything else you need to know about these two VPNs, so you can decide which is the best VPN for you in 2025. Oh, and if at any point you want to check out one of these VPNs, there are links below this video that will get you a really nice discount, or you can just simply scan the QR code on screen. Okay, Surfshark versus Total VPN. Which of these is the best VPN for streaming? Which is the best VPN for security? And before we answer these questions, let's start with some similarities because on the surface, they actually look pretty similar. Now, when it comes to security, both Surfshark VPN and Total VPN use strong encryption, which is pretty much what makes a good VPN. Both also have a no logs policy, which is great for making sure your online activities aren't recorded. Surfshark VPN and Total VPN offer a kill switch that is super important if you don't want your real IP address exposed should your VPN connection ever drop. However, and this is where I started seeing the differences between the two, one thing that I noticed while researching for my Surfshark review was that they do independent audits, which just makes me trust their VPN more. Total VPN, on the other hand, hasn't gone through the same level of third-party testing, at least not yet. I really hope that they change this. Another thing is that Surfshark operates under the jurisdiction of the Netherlands, while Total VPN's jurisdiction is a bit less transparent. Now, I'm always worried about tech companies not following data retention laws, so if you're like me, this might also be something to consider. As for speed, I ran several VPN speed tests using various servers, and Surfshark speeds were pretty decent when I was streaming and browsing, but not always consistently the fastest, especially during busy times. On the other hand, when I was doing some tests for my Total VPN review, I was pretty happy with how it performed speed-wise, especially since their server infrastructure is not as big as Surfshark's. Total VPN often gave me slightly faster and more stable connections when I was downloading and uploading files for work. Also, streaming my favorite shows and even some geo-restricted Netflix content just felt smoother. And when it came to actually using these VPNs, both Surfshark and Total VPN are very user-friendly. The apps on my laptop and phone were pretty intuitive, and even helping my parents set them up on their gadgets wasn't too bad at all. They got the hang of it quickly, which says a lot. So I think both VPNs work for beginners. But what I really liked about Surfshark was the unlimited devices. Seriously, I didn't have to constantly log in and out or worry about hitting a limit since I use my VPN for everything. My phone, tablet, laptop, and of course my parents' phones. Total VPN only supports up to 5 connections, which is probably fine for most people, but for a bigger household it might feel a little restrictive. Both do have those browser extensions, which are super handy for quickly turning the VPN on when I was doing something sensitive online, like banking, and off again when I didn't need it. Okay, moving on to the VPN price comparison. Surfshark's starter plan costs $15.45 per month, and if you add that up, that's about $185-ish per year, which sounds like a lot, but they do have some good long-term deals. Compared to Total VPN's $99 per year subscription plan, it's a big difference though. But the good news is that they both offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can see which one actually works best for you. And another thing I wanted to mention was Surfshark's Clean Web feature. It actually did a pretty good job of blocking those annoying ads and shady websites you come across sometimes. It felt like a really solid security package. And what I liked about Total VPN though was how consistently fast it was. And because it's so straightforward, it feels like a good entry point if you're new to VPNs and don't want to struggle through a ton of complicated settings. And if you're trying to be mindful of your budget but still want a VPN that's going to give you good, reliable speed and security for your everyday browsing, then you should definitely give Total VPN a try. You can get a massive 80% off by clicking the link in the description or scanning the QR code on the screen. But if you're someone who needs a VPN for a whole bunch of devices, or you want those extra security features and don't mind paying a bit more, then Surfshark VPN is honestly a great choice too. Seriously, go check it out using the link below or scan that QR code on the screen and get a 60% off plus 3 months free deal.